everybody.
We are back. Hello. Welcome back to the Free Judge Podcast, everybody.
FGP, baby.
You got Gingy's here to your right. Case ain't go down there to your left. You know what I'm saying? We are here on this beautiful morning. Like always, you know. Just here, man, to report a little bit what's going on. Because, as you know, every week, with the way social media works and the way the world works, everything being so connected, every week, it's like 100 storylines come out. And you're like, yo, what?
Instantaneous. It's like, what's going on?
It's more Gotham City shit going on. I'm seeing lawyers go to jail. I'm seeing rats not want to rat. I'm like, what is happening? Nobody, it's not making sense no more.
I know you've seen the Young Thug trial update.
Oh, my God.
There's a few updates.
I feel like we're going to jump right into that.
This is circus court. Like, legit.
Yo, bro. Let's talk about it.
Yo, so we got to talk about Lil Woody first.
Okay, yeah. YSL Woody. YSL Lil Woody.
That happened first.
Okay.
The Little Woody situation. So, for people that don't know, Lil Woody is a part of YSL. And he was slated to testify on behalf of the prosecution. Mm-hmm. And
AKA he's snitching on Thug.
Yeah.
For people who don't understand the big words he's using. I'm just trying to help y'all out.
So basically, he was a witness for the prosecution. And late last week, he was supposed to testify. And while he's on the stand, he pled the fifth on the stand. For the people who don't know, the Fifth Amendment, meaning that he doesn't want to perjure himself or say anything that he can be committed of a crime on the stand. So what the judge did is grant him immunity. So once you get immunity, 100% immunity, the fifth doesn't matter anymore. You can't plead the fifth anymore. So he was still trying to plead the fifth and not want to talk about stuff that they wanted to talk about. So he ended up being in contempt of court and they locked him up.
Yeah, and pleading the fifth doesn't mean necessarily you're throwing away your immunity. It's just that, you can plead the fifth. No. It's just fucking stupid because you were brought up here to testify. So it was like, what the fuck is you talking about? You pleading the fifth? And the agreement is you're coming up here to talk, and you can't be judged for anything that you say.
But what I'm saying, they granted him 100% full immunity. So once you get 100% full immunity, you cannot plead the fifth anymore.
You still have you always have the choice to be able to say like, all right, I got immunity, I'm cool though, I'm good,
and that's why he got contempt of court.
That's
what happens.
He got hit in contempt of court. Yeah, but
that's what like you can't agree to testify, and then when it comes to testify, okay. Right. I don't want to talk anymore. Because
now you messed up the court proceedings.
That's what I'm saying.
For people who don't know, YouTube YSL Woody 1090 Jake. He breaks down everything. First of all, YSL Woody is top goon. Do not get it twisted. Yes, he told, but he done been in like 3-4 like confirmed shootouts that he admitted to. He allegedly done clapped the cup. Listen. YSL Woody is not the one to fuck with. So it's crazy to me because when I see him on the stand, I know, and Doug's right there watching this shit. I know he has to be looking like, yo, look at my shooter. Up there really about to tell. Because it's like, yo, bro, at the end of all of that, he pled the fifth and all that, and then he still, the judge asked him one more time, are you willing to testify? And he said yes. So I'm not, but I guess he didn't want to do it. No, you know what it was? Once he agreed to testify, and they started asking him the questions. They started asking him regular questions. The prosecution, I think it's Doug's lawyer was
cross-examining.
Yeah, cross-examining, and they're like, "So what's your name?" And he's looking like he's fucking dumb, and he doesn't know. She's like, "How old are you, sir?" He goes, "I'm grown." She's like, "How old are you? What's the number of the age that you are?" He's like, "Old enough." The judge was like, all right, I'm done with this shit. Go to jail. You remember on Monday. I'll see you on Monday,
I'll see you on Monday.
So that's how he ended up getting locked up because he actually did agree to testify. But then he started playing hard.
Games.
What was crazy is, though, so as he's like replying, the attitude, his body language is looking over to Thug's lawyers. And so it wasn't Thug's lawyers cross-examining. It was the prosecution trying to make their case, trying to get him to talk. Boom. So he's looking over at Thug's lawyer. His body language is kind of like responsive to them. Like, yo, what you want me to say? Like, So right after that, one of the DAs gets up and's like, listen, we can tell that it's clear that this witness and our defendant's lawyer is in cahoots. And this shit went to an uproar immediately after that. Because as soon as they started firing that off, so they're basically saying that Thug's lawyer and YSL Woody have to be in cahoots. Why is he doing this? Why is YSL Woody acting like this all of a sudden? And what's going on? In the midst of that, Thug's lawyer jumps up like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, first of all, that's mad disrespectful. Basically, this shit turns into an episode of Jerry Springer.
It does.
And the judge is not really here for it. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know, too, I forget the judge's name.
He's actually
he's actually a black judge. So this is all like, this it's not too much race being into play. Because, you know, normally it's like a white judge and people are like, oh, he's just being racist. No. So, black DA accusing this white lawyer of being in cahoots with YSL Woody, and it all turns out until Thug's lawyer gets up, and this becomes an argument. And at the end of it all, what we do know is Thug's lawyer actually ends up going gets reprimanded into 20 days of custody.
Wait. Before we gotta back up.
Let's go.
Do you know why that actually happened?
I don't know exactly the details, but I know it was so, he started defending himself. Everybody started getting out of pocket.
So what happened was Young Thug's attorney.
Okay. Brian Steele, right?
Brian Steele.
Okay. Shout out to Brian Steele.
He was speaking to the judge,
right?
And apparently he had some insider knowledge or some knowledge that the judge and the prosecution was in cahoots or had a secret meeting with with one of the witnesses,
right?
So basically he was saying that the judge, the prosecutor, and his witness was like insider trading. Like he had some knowledge about a meeting that they had, and the judge asked him, "How'd you get that information?" Judge asked him, "How'd you get that information?" And he wasn't telling how he got the information. He said, "How'd you get the information?" He said, "I'm going to give you 5 minutes to tell me how you got that information."
No response.
No response.
So that's why he hit him with the 20.
That's why he hit him with the contempt.
So
it sounds like some crazy stuff in cahoots and sneakiness. All that to say, it's looking like it's looking like a mistrial to me.
Yeah, it's looking like a mistrial
because it looks like a circus court. But the judge was like, "I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to tell me how you got that information. You're not supposed to know that information." But apparently they're doing some very, very wacky.
Listen, and that's what it was too. When the DA was like, "Yo, why does it feel like why somebody's in cahoots with Young Thug's lawyer?" It's like that's witness tampering if they are, because they were almost clearly communicating through body language and certain gestures, and he was looking at Thug's lawyer more than anybody else in that room, and it was like, what the fuck was going on? It was very weird. And then it's like, okay, so if that's witness tampering, and this whole shit it's just mind-boggling the amount of fuck shit that's going on.
And then Brian Steele accused the judge and the prosecution of witness tampering.
Right.
He said some information. He said some information that he shouldn't have known. Yeah. And the judge was like, "How do you know that information?"
Right. So this whole shit,
it is literally the people's court. It's literally.
Because it's not done though. The gangsta shit I might have heard it. So Brian Steele gets 20 days in jail, but the judge is like, "Yo, we need you to do the next 10 weekends." So imagine that 10 weekends. You got 2.5 months of going to jail from Friday to Sunday, gang. Like we'll see you on Friday. We'll say bye to you on Sunday. We'll see you Friday again. Go clock into your job and come back here. That is a true inconvenience.
Yo, that's that. Only weekends is crazy.
But wait, but what really made it gangster? So Brian Steele gets on the fucking gets up and goes, I just if I'm gonna have to report to jail, is there any way I can be in the cell with Young Thug for those 20 days? Yes. And why the fuck the judge like, you know what? Just sound right. So the judge is reaching out to the sheriff's department to try to get Brian Steele to be able to be Young Thug's cellmate for those 20 days. Yo, this shit is literally an episode power, dog. This shit is literally Prison Break. What you mean your lawyer about to be in a cell with you, gang, for 20 days locked in? You know what type of shit y'all going? First of all, Thug's lawyer might get a feature at this point. Because Thug's lawyer is the illest motherfucker I've ever heard of. What you mean you want to go to jail with me, gang? Nah, that is...
And he requested it,
He requested it. Yo, that's too ill, bro. Like, I owe him my life. What you mean? You want to be my cellmate? Like, you want to adore what jail is like with me, of all people? Like, you're crazy. I'm not going nowhere with my fucking client if I'm a lawyer. What the fuck is he talking about? I'm not going down. Put me in PC, as my rich ass should be. What the fuck is you talking about? I'm Brian Steele. I'm not going in there like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Niggas I done probably lost a couple cases for here. They want my head in this motherfucker probably. Like, I done took 50,000 from a motherfucker and he's still in here.
He's still in here.
Well, he wouldn't be in county. But regardless. Crazy.
But yeah.
Shout out to Brian Steele, though, you know what I'm saying? He held it down. It was like, yo, honestly, fucking if I'm going to jail, put me in there with Thug.
Listen, it's looking like a mistrial because there's a lot of things at play here. And I think it's only going to get crazier. Yeah. We'll see what happens, how everything plays out.
We'll see. And it's really weird, though, because, bro, like, when you really think about it, like, I'm telling you, man, this shit is all somehow connected in the wildest of ways. So you don't forget, Gunna's lawyer is Trump's lawyer, right? Trump also had a state RICO in Georgia.
In Georgia.
Same state. Same county, because they're in the same courthouse.
Yeah,
he went to the same jail.
Same prosecutor.
He went to Wright Street just like everybody else in Atlanta. So
he took a photo op there. He ain't really go there.
Don't forget, right, he took a photo there, right. He took a quick picture in front of the building. It was like, all right, come on, we jump in the limo. So don't forget, Trump's lawyer is Gunna's lawyer, right? Completely unrelated case, so that's normal. And on top of it, don't forget, Trump was indicted by Fannie Willis, which is the same DA that indicted Thug and them. Yep. Cool. Don't forget, though, Trump This ain't no regular person just saying. This is Trump. Trump came out of face when he was first indicted and was like, Fannie Willis she's everybody knows she was in a love affair with a former high-ranking gang member, which was Peanut, allegedly, who is the opposition to Young Thug. So the reason Young Thug's one of the biggest cases against Young Thug and the RICO, his entire YSL gang, a lot of those people are going down for murder. And one of those murders was Peanut, who Trump is alleging was Fannie Willis's lover.
Yeah.
This is how it becomes TV, because what the fuck is going on? This is not, this ain't me. This ain't one of Thug's, like Cody saying this. This is Donald J. Trump, former president of the United States, is saying that Fannie Willis was fucking with a gang member, and we're knowing exactly who the gang, because the rumor's already been there. These secrets have already been brewing for the long. Apparently, this is a known thing in Atlanta that she was fucking with Nut. So now you're telling me that the woman that was in love with the man that Young Thug's crew is being allegedly killed, is being charged as the murderers to her lover. She's now prosecuting that gang. That we'll see how that plays out in the long term, because that's fucking wild. Because she has all the motive in the world to do anything corrupt in order to get Young Thug and them in jail for murdering her lover.
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest.
I don't know how all that works in a legal proceeding, but that sounds like to me. You know what I mean? I'm not an expert in that field.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the coldest part. I'm telling you, bro, 50 gonna have to make this movie, my nigga. Like, I'm telling you, dog. This shit crazy.
It gets, yeah.
This shit, this the president. The fucking president. This ain't no music mogul. This ain't no gangs man of Atlanta. The president said this.
No. But it's Trump. It's not just any president.
Hey, look.
It is the reality star. Yeah. He's a reality star first.
Yeah. I can't wait till VH1 get a hold of this shit.
Yeah. You know,
I can't wait for this documentary in 10 years.
I want to know who's gonna play.
10 years from now, this documentary gonna be a fucking one, gang. I'm here for it.
But let's see how everything plays out. And like I said, his trial for that. He was indicted in Georgia. This was for threatening the Secretary of State in Georgia to find 11,000 votes. That was that case.
Are you talking about Trump?
Yeah. That's why he was indicted in Georgia. So
sure.
We'll see how that plays out. We'll see how the rest of this Young Thug trial plays out. But it's a lot going on. Listen, and it's all connected.
Listen, man.
This is like innocent. This is like the MCU for real.
Yo, bro, he innocent. All right, free Trump, free Big Slime, free Thug.
Who's innocent? Who's innocent?
Free Brian Steele. Free the real ones. Keep the fake ones. All that good shit y'all be talking about here.
Who's innocent?
Trump.
Innocent of what?
Listen, we don't gotta go there right now. We don't gotta go there.
See what I'm talking about?
Nah. You know I be trolling. But listen,
nah, you fake that ass. But
I'm trolling with the Trump shit. Everybody knows Trump is guilty. He's guilty. He's definitely not innocent.
But that's the thing. People say that to people they know are not innocent as well.
That's
free
true.
So they ain't do nothing.
Right.
It's the same.
Free little shoot him. He ain't do it.
He ain't shoot him.
That nigga got 4 bodies.
That's what I'm saying. The people do the same thing. It's not trolling. That ass.
Oh God. And it's funny because I was watching Joe Rogan. And he was talking about, he was like, Trump getting indicted and being found guilty and having felonies actually just kind of benefited him, because the people who were already delusional about him were already going to stay delusional regardless if he was convicted or not. And now there's a large part of minorities that can relate to him a lot more, because now he feels like he's been trapped by the system, quote unquote, and he's a victim of corruption. And that's just the picture they're painting.
I hate that angle.
I know. But it was like, Joe Rogan was making a joke of it, but it was like, it's kind of true though, because now you see so many more rappers even co-sign, even though he was already getting a bunch of rap co-signs. But like ever since he got indicted, everybody was like, oh yeah, free Trump. Everybody's saying like it's like a thing, like it's a joke. But Joe, you know,
it's not a joke. That ass.
But I'm saying people don't give a fuck. Truth be told, you think Sleepy Hollow and fucking Chef G give a fuck if he wins the presidency? No, they don't give a fuck. They got whatever they got paid to do them little to pull up to the Bronx and do them little.
That's the point.
Make America great again and get the fuck up out of there. Yeah, but first of all, their demographic ain't even fucking voting. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm their demographic. I'm not voting.
That's not the point.
It's not the point. It's not the point. You're right. You're right.
Sambo and Coon and everybody got a price apparently.
Yeah,
that's not the fucking point. That's not the point.
I love how passionate he is about it.
That should be killing me, bro.
And I'll just be so like, I'm gonna watch the world burn. Like that'd be my perspective on shit. Like I'm just let the world burn. I ain't about to
these sellouts, bro. Every time.
So if Trump called you right now,
no,
Kamal Kendrick,
no, there's no amount of money, Mom.
What?
No amount of money.
If Trump calls you for the feature, he giving you $100,000. I need you on this podium. We're going to Englewood, New Jersey, to do a speech from the monument. 100 bands. You're not doing it.
I'm not doing it.
You're fucking foolish.
On my, nigga,
I believe you.
On
though.
my grandmother.
I believe
on my grandmother's grave.
Nah, he not playing.
I swear
I
to God, I'm not doing that shit.
I believe you. So
I can't.
I am.
You know why?
I am.
Listen.
100
you know
bands
why?
ain't gonna really change your life. I am.
No.
$1 million.
You know why?
I'm selling my soul for that.
You know, and that's the see the
But
thing.
I'm gonna come out telling it like, yo, I was just joking, bro. It was $1 million on the table. I couldn't say no.
See like me, like
it's integrity.
Man. I can never sell out my integrity, and like let's say whatever the amount of money is, cool. There's a honeymoon period with that.
True.
After the honeymoon period is over, I won't be able to look at myself in the mirror.
Say, yeah, you gotta live with yourself.
I'd want to kill myself. You feel me?
Like, yeah.
Selling out my soul and my integrity, I'm good on that.
Nah,
Like
I
after that initial rush of getting that money, doing the travel and doing everything I want to do, I sit down and look at myself in the mirror like, nah, man, I can't do that.
Yeah, like,
I can't look at
not it.
I wouldn't be able to look at my own conscience, bro. I can't do that.
It's also because I'm about to say it's also where you were brought up in your actual brand, like who you actually are. We're like, I would just look at it like, listen. $1 million. I wouldn't be able to look at myself if I didn't take the $1 million. I would be looking back, looking at niggas on jet skis and Rolls Royces and Phantom. I'm like, bro, all I had to do is get on that stand and say whatever the fuck you wanted me to say on that stage.
See, none of that shit don't mean
for 5 minutes.
None of that shit don't mean nothing to me. Feel me?
Yeah,
it's deeper than that. Feel me?
No, of course, and it should be. That's just. I'm completely in the wrong in this. No, I don't give a fuck.
But that's
$1 million.
It's okay.
I'm thinking about $1 million. $1 million week on that stage is rocking.
And that attitude is the reason why a lot of us are in the position that we are. True. It's been like that since plantation days.
Yeah,
since the plantation days.
Facts.
It's remember what I was saying? Individualism. It's all about me. I'm getting mine. It doesn't matter what happened to you guys.
Facts.
I'm living in the big house.
Yeah, I'm
eating what Massa eats.
Right. Yeah.
You guys in the field. You feel me? It's been that mentality since the beginning.
100%.
Divide and conquer. It's been that since the beginning. And that is just the microcosm how it's been since the beginning. Yeah, and I can't get with it.
Nah, I 100%.
You feel me? I'm just being keeping
I 100% agree with him. But at the same time, I'd be lying to you if I told you I'm not taking that.
I'm just keeping it sack. We can go back to COINTELPRO with we need you to infiltrate. We need you to infiltrate this organization for us. Yeah. We got this money for you. Okay, what you need me to do? Oh, Black Star Line, we can do that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Oh, we can tear it from the inside out. We've been doing that forever. Damn. So when you bring the historical aspect of it, we've been doing that since the beginning. We've been doing that since the beginning. People have been selling out since the beginning, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
you
for
feel
that
me?
million, I'm selling out.
It's okay. It's okay. A lot of people are. It's okay.
Yeah,
you notice
that price is crazy.
Every
y'all let us know.
Trump rally and Trump speech, doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
You will always see a black person in the background. It's designed that way. No, every single time. You'll see one or two. Every single time in the background.
It's never It's never a mistake.
It's never a mistake. It's literally designed by that. I've seen ads where they were paying minorities to go to these rallies.
Yeah.
You feel me? And perception is 9/10 of the law. Perception is everything.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen. A lot of people need that bag. That's what it be. Like, whatever it takes. That shit is sad, but at the same time, you gotta respect it because some people gotta eat.
I don't respect it.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't respect
it. I'm just saying. Like, at the end of the day, people gotta eat. People gotta eat.
I understand that sentiment, but I don't respect it.
Nah,
it's okay though. It's okay though. But
people
like
looking at it like they're gonna give me $300 to go to this rally. Yeah, I'm on my way. Don't even worry about it. Matter of fact, pack the kids up. $300 apiece. It's 5 of us. $1,500. I need this rent this month.
And that's why we in the position that we in.
Yeah, no. But I'm just looking at it from like, if I'm impoverished, like it's like people selling blood and donating like it's semen.
Not
like,
the same.
It's obviously not the same.
Not the same.
But it's dire need, is what I'm saying. Like, if I got free time on a Saturday,
listen,
and I could work security at the carnival and make $100, or I can go stand at this fucking rally with Trump for $300 a piece, and I got my whole family there, we can go out there. Yo, it's lit. We out there. Fuck is you talking about? Like, that's just, I know that's how people think. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got better ways to get my money, but that's okay. It's not everybody.
That's okay. However people want to spin it in order to justify it, so they can look at themselves in the mirror. That's okay.
Facts.
However they want to spin it, it's okay.
That is what it is.
But I know what it is. You can always justify everything. You can always justify it to make yourself seem like it's not that bad. But it's okay. It's okay. That's the position that we've always been in, and I don't think it's gonna stop. And like I said, that's part of the position where we are in the position that we are now, because we have held ourselves back and will do anything to people will do anything for themselves, even if it's at the detriment for everybody. So
I've been having to sneeze so long.
I can tell you you're having a sneeze attack over there.
I've been
It's okay.
sneeze for the longest time.
Bless you, thank you. Like Quentin Williams, you good? Nah, you good, bro. So while he's having an allergy attack over there, I'm going to transition over to the NBA Finals. You good? I'm good. So, NBA Finals. Celtics right now up 2-0.
Oh shit.
We're jumping in the NBA Finals. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just sneezing and shit. You know me, when I get a sneeze attack, it's like one sneeze leads to 7. You know what I'm saying?
So,
we outside,
Celtics up 2-0, 1-2 at home.
Oh
and now
my
the
God,
next game,
Celtics up 2-0. Let's talk about it. Cause wait, what was your prediction before the series?
Mavs in 6.
Man, okay, cool. I thought I was tripping. I'm like, I can't wait to go in and talk that shit. They're gonna have to replay the episode just to watch that again.
And I said going in, Celtics have a better team, but I thought the Luka Magic would be able to, outshine that and everything. But it's just when you look at the series, man, the Celtics are just so deep. They have 5 players that can go for 20.
Yo, bro, I went on 2K yesterday. I realized they have 4 niggas that's over 88 overall. I'm like, well, how the fuck we going? If everybody on your 2K team is 88 plus overall, how are we about to do this?
He went to 2K.
Because I don't play video games. I'm like, yo, let me check these 2K ratings. Because I'm like, yo, they so nice.
And I know you're good. And I know you're in love with the analytics.
Yeah, exactly. You know I love numbers. You put some numbers in front of me, I can take that as fact. That is law to me. So I'm like, looking, I'm like, yo, bro, the other day, first of all, so Drew Holiday is an all-NBA defensive player, right?
Yeah.
He's an all-NBA talent when it comes to defense side. He led the team in scoring, like I think it was game 1 or 2. Game 2, 27 points. Jaylen Brown had 21 points. Jason Tatum had 18 points. And it's just like, so they could play shitty, which is, I mean, that's shitty for Jason Tatum because he was like fucking 38% from the field.
That's regular for Jason Tatum.
18 points, that's fucking shitty for a motherfucker.
30%, 35%. He lives in that.
Yeah. His efficiency be terrible. I mean, Jaylen Brown had a pretty good game because he was guarding Luka the whole game, who still had 31-point triple-double.
Game 1 was Porzingis' game.
And you're right, and then Porzingis, right. So I was just going to get to that. So it's like, yo, bro, no matter which way you turn, the different player could lead the league, could lead their team in scoring, and they'll still have 3-4 people that had 20+ points. I'm like, how do you beat that? How do you play against that?
It's a juggernaut. It literally is. And then
their 2 best players can have shitty games, and they have 3 other players that can drop 20 on you, 25
and Derek White can go off for 25, 30
all day while guarding your best player.
Yo, and that's the thing, 2-way players. They
have like 4.
Derek White, Drew Holiday. And Jaylen Brown. Bro,
and then Porzingis 7-2, standing in the way, getting 3-4 blocks.
Game 1, Jaylen Brown had like 3 blocks.
That's what I'm
3
saying.
steals.
It's fucking disgusting.
3 blocks, 3
Remember
steals.
they had Marcus Smart? Like, yo, bro, this team is terrifying.
Yeah, and Jason Tatum needs a terrifying team because we see how he is.
Very inconsistent. But if he would have played like Jaylen Brown, they would have smacked him by 30. If Jason Tatum would have just had a Jason Tatum, like one of those top tier games he has, they would have beat him by 15, 20. What do you mean when? Don't do that. Don't act like Tatum don't be going off for 30, 40s, and 50s. Like he ain't do it before in the playoffs.
Listen, Jason Tatum, we have never seen a superstar get carried like this in their prime. Damn. Now, we can talk about young Kawhi when he was on the Spurs when he was young. We could talk about an old superstar.
This shit getting divisive. This is what you doing? So you with the narrative that Jaylen Brown's the better player on the team. I see it. I see it in your face. Oh my God.
You out of your goddamn mind.
I think it's because Jason Tatum was light skinned that's fucking my head up. And they're like, because they made him the face. They took him and they're like, yo, he light skinned, make him the face.
That's what I'm saying.
And that's fucked up.
First team all.
That's fucked up.
He was a first team all NBA this year. Jaylen Brown did not make the all NBA team.
And that's wild. That is wild. But that was a known snub. Everybody was outraged about that.
And Jason, we've never seen a superstar get carried like this in the play. So far in these last 2 games,
these last couple series,
he's 12 for 38 from the field. These last 2 games,
that's literally like 30%.
He's 12 for 38.
That's disgusting.
These last 2 games, and
that's disgusting.
In his prime, like I said, and they're up 2-0.
Yeah,
he has the lowest career field goal percentage in the NBA Finals since 1980, 35.4% in 8 games played. He's 55 for 158 in the finals.
Oh, and all his finals. Well, he's not playing 2.
regardless.
Damn.
He's the.
They got him at 35%. Then he on his James Harden
for his finals career.
Hey, listen.
Now listen, Jason Tatum is a great player, but it just shows that he's not a superstar player. It's okay. He's an all-star caliber player, but it shows that with he has the juggernaut behind him, so it masks a lot of like I was saying. I made the comparison to Dak Prescott before.
Yeah.
As far as he'll have 5 points at halftime. Right, they'll end up in the second half where the game is decided. He's still in the game and goes off for 15 in the fourth quarter. And you look at his stats. Oh, Jason Tatum had a great game. No, you didn't watch the game. That's why Jaylen Brown got player of the conference finals. Right. Even if you looked at the stats, you would have said, "How did he get it over Jason Tatum?" Because those are casuals. They didn't watch the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Jaylen Brown had a way better impact in the conference finals than Jason Tatum. But if you looked at the stats, you'd have been like, "How did he win it over Jason Tatum?" Because those are casuals. They didn't watch. They're not watching the game. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
But he has. He has been facilitating really well. He's a great rebounder. He's always been a great rebounder. He's been doing the other things, but when they need him to be that guy, he hasn't been. Yeah. But he doesn't have to be that guy on that team.
Yeah, because he's fighting between. I was gonna say he got Robin on his side, but who knows who's Batman anymore? They saying Jaylen Brown's Batman. I fuck with Jaylen Brown, so I'm not mad at this narrative that he's the better player.
One of my favorite players in the league.
Nah, you've been saying that. You've definitely been saying that.
Guy.
We're gonna see because listen, if Jaylen Brown, first of all, if Jaylen Brown get this Finals MVP, we got something to talk about.
I'll be happy. We
got something to talk about.
You know what's funny? I said I'm rooting for the Mavs. I want the Mavs to win, but if the Celtics win, I want Jaylen Brown to get the MVP. And right now, it's great for my narrative. Jason Tatum is great for my narrative right now.
Word. This shit is insane.
And on the other side, the Mavs, Luka Doncic is an amazing player, but that their offense doesn't have any flow or rhythm. I think he's way too ball dominant.
Yeah, he's just trying to tell everybody.
And Kyrie is not having good finals. But
we need Kai to be Kai, man.
He's out of rhythm. He doesn't touch the ball a lot.
I need Kai to be Kai.
He's out of rhythm. Right. He doesn't. Yeah. He's not in the flow of the game. Every single Mavs possession is Luka step back. Luka step back. Luka foul line. Luka foul line late pass. He had a 30-point triple double. He also had 8 turnovers.
Yeah.
And not only that. What the Boston Celtics are doing is whoever Luke is guarding, they're going right after. Blow by every time.
Yeah.
No.
Literally.
Bro. I am next game, if you get a chance, just watch Luka Doncic on defense. Every time. A straight blow every time. Whoever he's guarding, we going on, and they have so many offensive players. Boston does that can get their own shots. Yeah. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Who want to eat today? Yeah. Who want to eat on Luka today?
And they're all super athletic too.
Who want to eat
they're
on
all
Luka
super
today?
athletic, and they're all long. Like the shortest motherfuckers Drew Holiday. He's 6'3".
Luka guarding Drew Holiday, blow by, 2 feet in the paint, kick out Derek White 3.
Yeah.
Whoever Luka's guarding, they are attacking him on defense.
Yeah.
Absolutely attacking him, and they need to make some adjustments. Like I said. Kyrie's not having the best finals, but I feel like that he's not really in the flow of the offense.
Yeah, he's averaging 14 points. That shit's blowing my mind.
He's having a horrible final, but he's not in rhythm, bro. Like, if you look at their offense is just the ball sticks. There's no movement or anything. There's no cutting. There's no movement.
I still give them a good win or two. They might get a good win or two off. I think I said Boston in 5, and then I was like, 6. I said, I was like, it's either going to be 6 or 5, but either way. I think they're still getting. I think Luka and Kai will be able to go off for 30 plus each. They're gonna drop like 80 points between just them two, and they're gonna have one of those games. Especially now they're going back to Dallas. I can see that. But
I still think they can win. I still think they can win the series personally.
I mean, yeah, of course they can still win the series. It's only down 2-0. We've seen worse. We've seen worse. And one of those guys was on that team. Shout out to Kyrie. One of them guys that's seen worse for sure. He was one of them, and he was a big part though. He was one of the motherfuckers dropping 42 nights back to back. You know, to solidify game 6 and 7 with the Cavs.
40-40. Yeah, that was crazy.
2 games in a row.
Yeah, it was wrong. But yeah, I think that the Mavs offense is way too stagnant right now. They're allowing Lou to get his, but not allowing anyone else to get his. And Kyrie is one of those players. He's not a late kick shoot type of player. He's a shot creator.
Right.
Not off the dribble. You know what I mean? And I
right.
think that the Mavs have to get better at putting him, or in general putting players in the flow of an offense, because the offense is just very stagnant right now.
Yeah.
And they got to do something with Luka on defense, because they are picking him apart.
Yeah.
No, bro.
I know. I was watching highlights. I was just watching Paul Pierce and talk about that shit. And they were like, "Yo, what are they doing on defense? They need to fix this now."
Who you get an ISO, you get an ISO, you get an ISO. Whoever, and then they got Porzingis,
right,
who was the X factor. That foul line mid range, it doesn't matter who's guarding them, they too small.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. They have too many.
Listen, we're gonna see, man. We're gonna see, because I'm excited. Listen, if Boston finally gets this chip, it's just crazy how that works. Like, Boston and LA just been so
dominant.
They just so right for fucking the last 70 years, 80 years of this shit.
It's crazy.
It's Boston and LA. Somehow they're always in it to win it somehow.
And it really shows great organizations compared to mediocre organizations. The fact that you can look at the Celtics, the last time they won was the 2009 team.
Yeah.
They have a completely different team since then, and they're always in the mix. Completely, you know what I mean?
They've been in the mix for the last 7 years.
A lot of franchises, they might have a core group at one time, but it's about the great franchises are the ones that can replenish that group. 10 years later, when that group it dissipates or gone or retire, whatever, can they refill the chamber?
Right.
And Boston hasn't won since, but they've been they've been like the Niners. They've been there,
right there,
at the end,
like the Niners, just like the
but
Niners.
they haven't won it yet.
I mean, speaking of great franchises, while we were talking about LA, I mean, did you see Dan Hurley, the UConn head coach, turns down a 6-year, $70 million offer?
Yeah,
which is just a little bit over $11 million a year. So basically, right now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's making just about $6 million at UConn a year, which is fucking incredible. Yo, shout out to college coaches, because when I found out y'all was getting paid like this, when I found out Dawn Staley's making $3 million a year, I said, hold the phone.
Absolutely.
I didn't understand what was going on. Dawn Staley, shout out that's the USC, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
That's what I'm saying, USC. That's University of South Carolina.
You can't say USC though.
That's why I say South Carolina. I know. That's why I had to restate South Carolina. Regardless, Dawn Staley, the females basketball coach, making $3 million a year, amazing. So Dan Hurley, he gets offered double what he's making at UConn to come be the Lakers coach, and he turned it down. He said he wasn't really feeling the having a coach grown men. Like, it's a little bit different. The egos of these bajillionaires. These guys aren't really. It's like, how I'm listening to a coach, I'm making 10 times more than him. Like, respectfully,
it's a different feel. And he also, before he was offered the Lakers job, he turned down the Kentucky job.
Yeah.
When John Calipari left,
just left for Arkansas.
So they were like, okay, boom. They offered him a buttload of money to go to Kentucky. He turned that down as well. He's from the Jersey.
Yeah,
the Hurleys are from Jersey.
Yeah, I was about to say, his family last name is prestigious in basketball and in Jersey. His pops is solidified.
Yeah.
Like, Coach Hurley from St. Anthony's is a legend. They have documentaries about him. If y'all don't know, go check that out. The whole Hurley family, because even Dan Hurley's brother though, he played ball and he was a dog too.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. The Hurleys are solidified in basketball and in Jersey. Shout out Jersey.
Yeah. Shout out to St. Anthony's.
And his one thing
shout
is
to Kai Anderson.
He didn't want to be too far away from Jersey. That's why he's in UConn. He didn't want to be too far away. Yeah. They offered him the Kentucky job, more money. He turned that down, and now he just turned down the Laker job.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the Lakers head coach vacancies. Before they were talking about J.J. Redick until all this Dan Hurley hyped.
Hey, listen, I don't blame Dan Hurley, because all double my salary, that should sound good to what L.A. taxes is like. And then you realize, like, this $11 million quickly turns to about $5 out here.
Not only that is 100% true, and not only that, it's coaching in L.A.
Right, that too, right. Taking on the responsibility, the headache, the kind of pressure that comes with being on LeBron. And everybody knows, you get a 6-year deal to go coach the Lakers. You're not coaching LeBron for 6 years. You're going to have LeBron for maybe a year or two. He's going to get the fuck up out of there unless they grab his son and bring him over there, which is a whisper that everybody's been hearing. But I feel like the Lakers end up going into a rebuild mode in the middle of that 6 years, and he's not with that. He's like, I'm not taking that pressure to get shitted on when I'm the king of UConn over here. Like, what the fuck?
They already won back-to-back and handily.
Right. Handily won them back-to-back, looking to possibly three-peat, change the record books forever, change history, and Like you said, he's an hour and a half from Jersey.
He wanted to be close to Jersey.
A 30-minute helicopter ride, which I'm sure he got one of those in his backyard. Shout out to UConn. Like, and he's in a state with no professional sport at all in any of the major sports in America. So you're telling me I get to be the king of this state at the most prestigious school in this state outside of the Ivy Leagues? Oh, it's lit. The most prestigious athletic school in that state.
Absolutely.
Because if I'm gonna say, I think Harvard's in Connecticut. So, yeah, it is.
Harvard's in Connecticut. Yale's in Connecticut.
Okay,
Yale's definitely in Connecticut.
Yeah, for sure they are. And there's another one too. I can't remember. Not the point. Point is, UConn's the biggest athletic program in that state, and honestly, I don't want to say in that whole region, but it's low key one of the more prestigious schools in America when you think about sports wise. Like not just I'm about to say, especially when you're talking basketball. Maybe and even football, they have plenty of talent that came out through football, but.
Basketball.
Shit. I didn't. Wasn't Ray? No, Ray Allen didn't go to. Y'all think he did? Who went to UConn? I know Kemba Walker won a chip at UConn.
What's his name?
It wasn't Ray Allen
for the Knicks. DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and
DiVincenzo went to Villanova. And Josh Hart went to Villanova. Yeah, everybody used his name. Jalen Brunson went to Villanova. That's Villanova U playing at the Knicks right now.
Yeah, Villanova U.
Facts. Jeremy Lamb went to UConn.
Oh, I remember that one.
Him and Kemba Walker, they was dogging. But not the point. Point is, and you think about the women's program, that's a whole nother. You
remember Hasheem Thabit?
Bro, they had what was his name? It was one of the all-time legends. It's not. I don't think it was Kemba Walker. Was it Reggie Miller? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Regardless, one of them all-time legends definitely went there. But so Dan Hurley, man, shout out to him. He's standing on his 10 toes. He's trying to rewrite history and get this 3P. And honestly, I hope he gets the 3P. I hope he does, because that shit'll be. I love watching history be made. You know, like I live for this type of shit. So by all means, let's make it happen.
Speaking of, we want to talk about basketball. Did you hear Caitlin Clark didn't make the USA team?
You know, I was definitely gonna make sure I brought that up because I wanted to stay. What the fuck happened? How the fuck does Caitlin Clark not make the USA team? The USA team is the Olympic team for people who don't know.
You think she should have been shooing?
I mean, you know what? I can't say that I've watched enough of the women's games to know that the other girls are all more deserving than she was for the position. But I mean, she is a rookie. She has been having like her ins and outs, her leaps and bounds. I mean, the highs and lows. You know, it's like you never know. So I guess she might have not been the best candidate for it. But I mean, it's Caitlin Clark. How do you not have her on there? Like, I guess there was, how many other girls made the team? I think it's 12 or 15. 12. Okay, so 12 other girls. So is 12 other girls better than Caitlin Clark? Respectfully, it could be the case. I know none of them is more famous. I know not one of them has a bigger draw.
And I don't think it should be a popularity contest.
It shouldn't be, of course not. But like I said, I can't speak because I don't know the other 12 girls. I know a couple of them, but I don't know all 12 of them. And I can't definitively say Caitlin Clark's better than them.
I think that people up in arms and such outrage, and I think that I don't see anything wrong with leaving her off the team.
Right. If she wasn't deserving of it, then I don't see anything wrong either.
You know, if you look at, I mean, she's going through some growing pains right now.
Yeah.
What did it fever? 3-10 right now.
Yeah. That's how it goes. She had a 10-point game the other day.
But that's what I'm saying. Horrible shooting percentage, high turnover rate. Like, if we're talking about the best players in women's in WNBA, would you consider her one of the best right now? Probably not.
Nah, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. So like all these people having such outrage and talking about the hype machine and it shouldn't be a popularity contest. You know, and if I thought she was deserving of it, then I'd be like, no, it's bullshit. But I don't have a problem with them leaving. Like people are outraged about it. I don't understand.
It's what I do love, even though it sounds kind of crazy. I love the way that they're not playing with her. Like, it's bully ball in that motherfucking field. Like, see, people forget that these women are athletes just like any other world-class athlete, and their competitiveness is vicious. Yeah. And women are, across most species, are the more vicious one. So when I see these girls getting real shiesty with her, I'm like, I like this. I like this intensity. Like, Caitlin, get your boots on and get ready for this fucking war. This shit not a game. We in the trenches for real.
I have a problem with the people who haven't followed the WNBA,
right,
and are now talking about
they're being too rough. They're being the physicality, like they're saying that they're bullying her.
With WNBA,
it's like, fight back.
Is
what you here
way
for,
more physical than the NBA.
Wow.
Watching the WNBA,
right,
like over the year, like watching those girls is not playing out there.
Yeah.
Those are some dogs.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Like the physicality has been And like the tenacity and the competitiveness is crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Girls
it's been
talk
like
crazy.
that.
All ball players talk
And
crazy.
it's been like
especially
that.
girls
Now,
though.
But now, like people who aren't used to watching the WNBA and seeing this are now like, oh my god, like y'all are casuals.
Yeah.
Straight casuals. Y'all don't even watch the WNBA.
I love
and
this
that,
stuff.
And I have a problem with the people who don't watch the WNBA. I'm glad it's getting popularity now, but now they have an opinion about something that they've never watched before.
And that's okay though. Let them talk because that's what's gonna keep making this sport grow. And that's all that matters. At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
And people,
that the sport grows.
People are calling it racist the fact that she didn't make the NBA. I mean the USA this USA team. You know what I mean? Like
it's always going to be colorism involved.
A bunch of casuals that don't even, that you've never watched the WNBA before this.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh my god, like.
Right. Well, to get off sports and another news, so I don't know if you were aware, but did you hear about the whole Bun B story from the 2019 shooting that happened at his home?
Bro, at his home? The home invasion, yeah.
So for those who don't know, in 2019, Bun B, who was one half of, wow, I just drew a blank, UGK. He's one half of UGK. So if you ever heard Rest in Peace Pimp C and you heard Pimp C's name, just know he had a second half to him, which was they came together to form UGK.
Bun B's a legend.
Right, Bun B is a legend. Houston legend, rap game legend overall. But he had a home invasion attempt at his house in 2019 where a man broke into his crib and with a mask on, put a gun to his wife's head and told him give her everything. Now he didn't know that upstairs was one half of UGK and was not about to play. So Bun B come downstairs, gripped up. He hears the commotion, comes outside with the gun. I don't know exactly how the shit went down, but it turned into the dude trying to kind of run out. But as they're trying to run out, they ended up meeting in the garage as the dude's trying to get out. So they ended up getting into a little bit of a tussle. Bun B shoots son. I'm not sure where exactly on his body, but he shoots him, and then pretty much he beats him out the garage, and the dude hops out, flees, gets the fuck going, and he ends up getting caught in the hospital where he's treated for a bullet wound. And if anybody knows, when you go to the hospital with a stab or a bullet wound, the police are automatically involved.
Like, what's going on?
And they have to find out. So they ended up finding him. So fast forward, Bun B comes to testify in the court case against the young man as he's being prosecuted, and he gets found guilty. I'm talking about
40 years.
He gets 40 years in jail.
Prison,
in Texas. Prison. In Texas. So I want to know two things. Two things. Bun B, being a street dude, being a gangster rapper from the beginning of time, is that telling? I want to know what you think about it. He got on the stand and testified.
My thing is, man, we're so messed up as a people, bro.
Right.
We're so messed up. Like I've seen so many people on the internet talking about you not really street, you over here testifying. Like this man had tears in his eyes talking about the gun to his wife's head.
Right.
You know what I mean? Oh, they should have let the streets take care of it, man. This is why men are in the state that we are as far as mental health and everything, to where an extreme situation like that, and he's still being criticized for it. Like, man, all that street shit, bro. Like, none of that shit is real anyway.
It's a facade. You see how we gave Gunna? Listen, we forgave Gunna so quick when he dropped them fire tracks. He dropped 4 or 5 hits. We said, "Fuck it, Gunna, come back, come back, Gunna." This shit lets you know the streets is a facade.
It's all a sham, and a lot of these comments, are guys who glorify the life and ain't even living that life. You know what I mean? Who live behind the internet, talking about, oh, Bun B, I can't believe you on there saying and told it doesn't matter what it's about. You telling, bro, you ain't never even seen the life at all.
And people also gotta understand, Bun B, like, first of all, he's like
a grown man. Like, he's
51.
That's what I'm saying. He's a 50-year-old man. Like,
beyond that, but he did rap a lot of gangster shit though. So you feel me? Like, he did rap a lot of gangster, so I get that. But listen, he was a whole college professor for like the last 5-6 years.
I knew that.
Like, he's been teaching. I don't know exactly what school, but he's been literally teaching classes. Like, he has Trail Burgers, which is a super successful burger restaurant that he's been going crazy with. That they have. There's a franchise now. They've been franchising all around Houston and Texas and other states now. It's like, bro, this is a successful businessman that's looking to take care of his family, and it's so ill, bro. His wife has not been back to that home in 5 years since 2019.
She refused go back.
And when you listen to him testify, and he starts to tear up, bro, it hurts.
He's balling on that stand.
It really hurt to see that, because it's like, damn, you don't even think about the shit that you do, and like, you don't think about how something as simple as, oh, I'm just gonna break into this house, turns into, yo, this family is destroyed. This woman is destroyed.
She cannot go back in the house.
She's terrified.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to go in the house by herself. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom's been a victim of attempted robberies multiple times. Like, literally in front of her house, in front of her bitch. She'd have been kidnapped, put in cars. People don't know shit like that, and that shit affects people in a way that you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, as coming from, like, as far as the actual person who the dude that was convicted. The person who committed the robbery, you have no idea, right? The perpetrator, right? You have no idea what you just did, like, to that person. Like, to you, it's just simple. I'm just trying to rob whatever's in his house. Like, to them, that person might never be able to be in a house by themselves again.
Yeah, literally.
Especially coming from a woman who could be so vulnerable in a situation like that. And Bun B spared his life. He's in Texas. That was a free kill.
Yeah, literally.
That was in Texas? I'm shooting you. You got a mask on. I'm booming you. But apparently throughout the tussle, I guess the mask that came off or whatever, and well, I'm not sure if the mask came off, but I know Bun B said he could tell he was a kid. Like, he could tell that because the kid was actually in high school at the time when this happened. See? It's been 5 years now. He's in his 20s, but the kid he's a high schooler when this happened, and he could have been dead.
And I think, and the fact that Bun B's coming from that lifestyle, that actually saved the kid's life. He knew the kid was young.
And he was like, I ain't about to kill him.
That's what I'm saying.
This Texas. I could have killed you, left you on my front
yard. If
yard.
that was a regular civilian, they're not giving that kid the benefit of the doubt in that situation. So the fact that he lived that lifestyle, he's like, oh, this is a young kid. I can't do this to this young man.
Right.
You know what I mean? But man, I like bro,
and even then, Bun B might be from the streets too, but like, it's not easy to just put a bullet in somebody. Like, that shit affects you too mentally, and you did that in defense of yourself. You didn't do it on some gangster shit. Well, I'm not speaking for Bun B, but just in any, I'm just using this as a vague example, like any situation like that, like you just force somebody to have to use deadly force against somebody, and like they were just having a regular Saturday morning, like all of a sudden I gotta shoot somebody, and I have to weigh that on my conscience. I have to remember this tussle and this possibility of, like, this guy could have snatched his gun from me and killed me. Like, this could have been me on the other side. That could have been my son. Like, the way that you affect people when you commit those kind of crimes, man, it's really fucked up. And these 40 years, you know, it's sad the kid got 40 years, because I feel like that's a lot. But I mean, it's Texas. He's gonna do a third of that. Texas give you a third. He'll do 13 years, and I think rightfully so. Like, he'll be all right. You're gonna have to learn a lesson in there, gang. Like, you could have been out here, you could have died because you would have did that shit somewhere else, like you said. Another civilian. Let that be Joe Schmo down the block. Joe Schmo would have let your ass have it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And police would have came, and Joe Schmo would have been back in his house, and it would have been nothing.
And Greg Abbott would have been like, bravo.
Exactly. All right. Exactly.
If you got indicted, pardon. Here you go.
Yeah.
But I say that to say, man, we are so messed up, bro. Like,
nah, y'all,
like that whole fake tough facade. Like, come on, man.
Even beyond fake, it's just the streets, man. It's just a facade. Like, I really want. It's fucked up because I've been saying this from day one. Like, I really think that Gunna situation, this whole YSL shit, was really necessary. Like, every rap group indictment is really necessary for the kids to understand. Yo, this like thing where you think that you could just talk and you could turn a gang into a rap group and talk about the crimes you committed and get rich and famous off these crimes, and then all of a sudden you have enough money to where, like, those crimes don't matter. That's a facade. You're going to jail. Your real life going to jail. Like, don't think this is okay. And your best man is going to tell on you. Yes, he will. And not only that, when it comes out, your best man becomes the biggest rapper all over again. And this is Gunna I'm talking about. And everybody's forgiving him. Why? Because this shit was a facade from the jump.
QCP.
Like, not to even go into a tangent of who told him who didn't, but yeah, nah, bro, it's like, hey, bro, like, this shit is selective politicking at the end of the day, bro. Find the people who rock with you for real and stay out of harm's way, stay out of crime's way. You're gonna be fine. You're not gonna have to worry about getting told on or having to tell. You don't have to worry about none of that shit if you stay on the sidewalk. Man. It's mad safe over here, gang. And guess what?
Not on the roads.
It's mad money over here.
Not in the roads, fam. Not in the roads.
Listen, it is so much money on the sidewalk, bro. Please, like, all the kids in the street, bro, take this shit as a lesson, bro. Please cross the street and go into the sidewalk.
You had another question for me. I don't even know if you remember. You said
the other question as far as
I don't know if you already asked.
Yeah, I actually did already.
Okay, so I was just making sure, but yeah, I think it's a very unfortunate situation. He handled the situation properly and right, and hopefully, you know, his wife can find some type of closure and some type of and hopefully some of that trauma can dissipate at some point, but. I know it's not easy. I couldn't imagine anything like that, and the fact that he's being criticized and chastised for that is it's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, it is, man. But I mean, you know, we live in this world where everybody thinks this shit is real, so it's okay. We'll let them live that. At the end of the day, I don't think anybody for real, even from the streets, lost any respect for Bun B. Like, at least not any of the real OGs that even lived by that kind of code. Because our generation don't live on no fucking code. I mean, even that generation didn't live on no fucking code. It was never a fucking code.
Yo, and my problem is most of the people talking about a code ain't even living that life
Or never been pressed.
That's why
You don't know if you won't tell till you've been in a position where you had the opportunity to tell. Fuck is you talking about? Like, so it's regardless. We passed that. Now, all right, go ahead. I'm gonna let you segue to the next one because I already know what you're about to talk about. So go ahead.
Are you sure you know what I'm about to talk about?
It's either gonna be one thing or the other. It got to be Michael Rainey Jr. getting roped on camera,
yes,
or it got to be.
yes,
Go ahead. We got a topic list, y'all. See, we out here. We trying.
Yeah, come on.
We out here. Come on. You feel me? We got a topic list. We got some shit going on for y'all. We trying to make sure we get you.
Michael Rainey Jr. Tariq from Power.
Yes.
Was on a live stream and
AKA Where's 22? If you know, you know.
And he was sexually assaulted on the live stream.
Yeah, which was fucking wild. Did you see it?
Yeah, it was crazy. Okay. It was crazy.
So talk to the people. Let them know what's going on because I actually didn't see the actual video. I just been seeing all the reports.
So you know this. I wasn't. I didn't really know this live streamer, streamer or whatever. But apparently he had Michael Rainey Jr. And you see his sister in the corner allegedly touching Michael Rainey Jr. and he was very uncomfortable.
Right.
Very, 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 very uncomfortable. And the live stream ended shortly after. And you know it's been blowing up on the internet what was going on. You know with you know men being victims of sexual assault and everything. And I want to know what your thoughts are on everything is.
Well, I mean, it's fucking twisted that even happened on camera, and it is that double standard where like I've seen this happen so many times. Like we forget, like Kevin Gates went to jail because he kicked a woman in the face, but what they forget to mention is she literally grabbed his dick on stage. Yep. Like he's performing and she's right here, and she literally grabbed up and just grabbed a handful of penis. Like
a handful of penis.
And then he kicks her in the fucking face. And of course you should never hit a woman, but like, hey, she just violated him sexually. No matter how you look at it, his reaction was immediate too. It wasn't like he looked at her face like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Huh? No, it was like, "What the fuck?" It was an immediate kick in the face. Like, "What the fuck?" Like, and it's like, bro, like it's a double standard because if that was a man who did that to a girl and just decided to grope her vagina. Guess what? His name would be Donald Trump. Not the point. But guess what? We'd be all saying, go to jail. He's got to go to jail, like immediately. But being there was a girl, and it was a young girl at that, and it's a young man, and we're like, he probably like that. Like, nah, nigga, you just got sexually assaulted, dog. For real.
Yeah.
So I just think double standard is a little crazy, but
it's a crazy double standard. And the streamer directly after was his initial reaction was, you know, she doesn't be around guys like that and stuff. Basically, kind of justify the situation. But after all the blowback he's been getting, now he's actually came out with.
Yeah, I mean, it's his sister. No matter what, you're gonna be like, my sister can't do no wrong. I'm gonna try to defend her real quick. Then he like, oh wait, my sister's being called the what? She did what? All right. For matter of fact, yeah, for my sister.
And it's an unfortunate, man, because now he's receiving backlash for something he didn't even.
Yeah.
And it's just a crazy situation, but it just goes to show. And then we have 50 Cent came out and said, you know, clowning the situation like we do in situations like that when men are affected.
Yeah. And
it's just very unfortunate because if that was a woman, there wouldn't be any jokes or anything.
Yeah, but 50's a troll.
They want to hang him by the neck if that was a woman who got sexually assaulted on live stream.
I mean, it's fucked up that it's like that.
Yes,
but
we literally
this is what we do though. Like as a society, we laugh at men that are going through fucked up shit.
And we talk about men's mental health. It's Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. You know what I mean? Like
today it's Men's Mental Health Awareness
Month.
That's a long ass title.
But it's mental health awareness, something like that with mental health.
There's a color for it in the flag. Don't worry about it. It's one of them months, nigga.
Yeah, we laugh at men's disposition, and we live in a society where men have to be tough all the time. We can't be vulnerable in any situation. And when something like that happens, is get up, be a man, look yourself in the mirror, and toughen up. Stop being a pussy. You know what I mean? That's just the narrative of the society that we live in. That nothing can make men falter. And they always have to be tough and serious in situations. They can't be vulnerable, and we wonder why suicide rate for men is exponentially higher than for women because of how society's built. And I think that this is a perfect example of the double standard and how society's built.
No, for sure. It's exactly what it is. But I mean, while we're talking about the news, man, I don't know if you saw I don't know if you've seen the headlines that Krishan Rock is on her way to jail.
She went to Blueface's trial or something.
But it gets better than that. This is the funny shit. So Krishan Rock, a couple years ago, had stole one of Blueface's cars and decided to drive cross country. In the midst of this, she had some narcotics on her. And in the midst of that, she gets pulled over in Oklahoma. Now, if you know Oklahoma, don't fucking play by no fucking drugs. So she gets arrested, gets hit with felony counts of for possession of dangerous controlled substance and all that kind of good shit. They didn't say exactly what kind of drugs she had on her, but I think it was a lot more than just weed. And I guess it was enough of an amount for them to feel like they had a charge. So they ended up giving her a 4-year suspended sentence, which means she was on probation essentially for 4 years.
Yeah.
Which means you can't get in no trouble. In the midst of that, of course, Krishan Rock got in some trouble. Now, if you remember, there was a storyline. She had punched one of Toni Braxton's associates in the face backstage during the concert because she was trying to perform. They were like, yo, we ran out of time. She can't perform. That turned into an argument. Krishan punches one of Toni Braxton's assistants in the face. In the middle of that, she comes back and then she starts talking crazy on the internet like, yeah, I'll punch you in the face. Go get your lawyer. Do whatever the fuck you want, pussy. Talking crazy. This is Krishan Rock talking to the people that she assaulted. Those people go, oh, word? You gonna double down and then start talking crazy? Toni Braxton's team files police charges. So then police get contacted. Her probation gets contacted to Oklahoma. They send out a bench warrant for her to come resolve these new charges, right? Because you violated your probation by committing assault. You committed a crime. She decides, I'm going on the run. And not only am I going on the run, I'm going to tell the internet I'm going on the run. This is months back. She tells the internet, I ain't going to court. I got a son to raise.
She put a take.
I ain't going to court. I got a son to raise. As if she has a choice. As if nah, I'm going to raise my son the rest of his life. Nah, you're going to have to address these. First of all, if you're an artist, you're anybody, they're going to know where you're at eventually. They're going to come find you. It's just not that serious of a case. They're not trying that hard. Yeah. But you don't have to try that hard when you're chasing Krishan Rock. Because what does she do? She shows up to Blueface's court case in Nevada, like you said. So in the midst of that, I'm not sure it was in Nevada or California she pulled up, but regardless, she pulled into a federal court building. And as soon as she gets there, the police knew she was coming because it wasn't just the regular police. It was what's the agency? The marshals. The marshals there. Those are the people who chase fugitives, and they had somebody ready from Oklahoma to go take her back immediately. They were like, don't worry about it. We're gonna have a reprimand and take her back to Oklahoma. So now she's facing 4 years in jail potentially, which probably won't be the case, but I'm sure she's gonna get a nice little tap on the cheek from that judge for that little little spiel. Decided that she could just run because she also has to face these charges of assault.
Yeah.
Catching an assault charge on probation ain't ideal, gang. And admitting to it, you have no case. You admitted to it. It's like, I'm praying for Krishan. I'm praying for that baby. Because both his parents in jail. Why
don't pray for the baby?
I'm praying for the baby.
Why are you praying for her for?
Oh, because I need her to be sane to take care of the baby.
You got to pray for the child, man.
I mean, but praying for the mom is praying for the child.
Is she sane? You talking about you need her to be sane?
Completely insane.
What are you talking about?
Completely out of her fucking noodle.
What are we talking about here? She's not sane.
Yeah, but it makes me sad because this shit is she's on beyond level of crash out. And I think she genuinely has the personality and the kind of the shit that goes now where she could be a successful artist if she really tried, but her mental state is just shit.
The fact that there's a child in this is very unfortunate. And the fact that your parents are Krishan Rock and Blueface is crazy. It's not funny, bro. It's really sad.
I had to hear it out loud. The shorty with the missing tooth and the nigga with the Benjamin Franklin on his face. The shorty with the missing tooth that has a picture of the nigga with the Benjamin Franklin on his face, on her face. So she got a tat of a man with a face tat on her face.
But
there's a different level of insanity in this motherfucker.
What kind of environment can that child grow up in?
Yeah, bro.
That's who I feel bad about. See, I knew she got arrested. I didn't know the whole backstory.
I had to do the backstory, right? I had to get that for that was for the YouTube shorts for the algorithms.
You did it right, but it's an unfortunate situation all around. I hope it gets resolved. But that's what I mean as far as how in reality, how do you think that child is gonna grow up? Like, it's a really sad situation.
Yeah, his dad's a famous Crip. His mom's a toothless beast that just runs around beating bitches up and punching niggas in the face because she's upset she can't perform on stage.
So
kind of wild. Really wild.
Hopefully, we'll see what ends up happening in that case.
In
other news, did you see the new Bad Boys? The new Bad Boys movie came out.
Oh, yo, I did not get to see it, but matter of fact, I'm trying to watch that shit today. Fuck that.
Came out.
I'm tripping.
And it blew
Bad Boys 4.
Yep, and it's blown away the box office.
Sheesh.
Opening weekend it had, let me get the right figures.
Give me the right figures.
It brought in $104 million opening weekend with a $100 million budget.
So they already up $4 million.
Already up $4 million.
Oh, they already
opening weekend.
Pardon me. And up $4 million. Shout out to the producers.
And did you see Will Smith was actually in one of the theaters?
No.
He went to the theater opening premiere.
Oh, he just went there like incognito, like hiding?
Yeah, went there hiding, and after it, he was like, "Hey guys, I'm glad you liked it." Everybody started going crazy.
What?
But it's funny because they want to paint this whole narrative that people actually care about the fact that he slapped Chris Rock.
That's where we're going with this. God damn it! I see where this is going to go.
No, everybody thought he was going to be blackballed. Everybody thought everybody cared about it, and even
That's Will Smith. He could have smacked Jada Pinkett and he wouldn't have been canceled. Like, truth be told. Like, let alone Chris Rock. They don't give a fuck if he smacked Chris Rock.
But man, we got to talk about Will Smith and the run he's been on as far as opening weekend movies and grossing movies. His resume is impeccable, bro.
Let's talk about this real quick.
His resume is impeccable.
Who else really? It's really like.
Him and Denzel.
I was about to say, who else besides him and Denzel do people run to the theater? Like, we're not going to wait for this to get on HBO Max, Netflix.
No. We got to run to the theater.
We need this today. And real movies drop on Wednesdays and Friday and Thursdays. So he outside Wednesday night, niggas at the theater like this. Throw that Bad Boy 4 shit on like this.
Yo, honestly,
glasses on.
Bad Boy 3 was crazy. The Bad Boy 3 was crazy.
Bad Boys 3 was all the Bad Boys.
All the Bad Boys. But I thought
they know what they doing.
Bad Boys 3. I'm like, all right.
Did you see it? Bad Boy 4?
Nah.
You didn't see the new one? Nah. Always late. We're going to come back with it. That's going to be our homework for this week. We got to go watch that shit and come back and give it a review.
And Stephen A. Smith was saying, he has to explain and apologize why he smacked Chris Rock, man.
We already know why he smacked Chris Rock.
He's been on a cooning spree lately.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth. That's why he smacked Chris Rock. Fuck, we need explanation for. That's 100 reasons right there to smack a motherfucker.
But Stephen A.'s been on his cooning tirade lately. He's on the list, but
he's on the list.
But it's been a narrative of everyone thought he was gonna be canceled for everything, and we just showing for this opening weekend that the culture's still rocking with him.
Yeah,
he's still the culture's still rocking.
At the end of the day, Will Smith is still the first rapper to ever win a Grammy. He's still the first, coolest, flyest motherfucker we ever seen in the late 80s. Pioneer. The light skinned god himself, like the swaggiest motherfucker that ever graced your TV at that time. Like he was the man.
It's funny.
No matter how much Martin was a better and funnier show, Fresh Prince still holds this place in our hearts. Like if you were born anywhere in that era, like where you grew up watching Fresh Prince, and I hope the new generation gets these reruns like we got the reruns all fucking day till we was. They still playing reruns.
They remixed Fresh Prince.
I know they remixed. I want the reruns of the old episodes, bro, because there was real life lessons in every episode, bro. It was so beautiful. Not only was it funny, but it was like really just like astonishing to see this young black man at 19, like just taking over the TVs where like they were trying to like push hip hop away, like yo, let's slow this down. And they were like, but he's just too great.
You know what's crazy?
He's just too fly. He's too handsome. He's too talented. We need him on TV.
He probably has the most iconic theme song.
Literally.
And like, I feel like
you can't start that without. Look, you about to start right there.
That's what I'm saying.
You was already about to start singing along.
I feel like that's the most iconic opening. Can you name another more iconic opening?
I would have to really think, but
off the top of my head, that's number one. Everybody knows that. That is, listen. That is the culture quiz.
Yeah.
If you walk up to anybody,
golf course in the middle,
you walk up to anybody. That's the culture quiz.
Yeah.
You start singing that.
Yeah.
They automatically gonna start singing that.
Yo, you right.
It's just Walk
into a room full of white people and see who start singing back. You know that's what they with you. They rocking with you.
It's just like
that's funny as fuck.
Like real quick, but I know it's time to go. But real quick, you ever see a SpongeBob movie?
Of course.
Where they're in, it's like the salty spittoon where everybody's tough. They line them up and they put on the Goofy Goober song.
Yeah.
And they can't not sing it. They're like, oh my god. You throw on the Fresh Prince theme song.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
That's gonna be.
You want to weed them out? Throw on the Fresh Prince theme song.
Hey, that's a good fucking point. That is a good fucking point. I'm jacking that.
On that note, this seems like the only person that actually hates Will Smith is Jada, but that's on that. That's another point.
That's
another point.
That's heavy.
Look, Willard, we're rocking with you, Willard.
Hey, listen,
we rocking with you.
Listen, man, and we rocking with y'all back home. Anybody that's tuned in, listen, share it, like it, subscribe. Do what you gotta do to keep helping us grow, man. We appreciate y'all.
Thank you guys so much.
And man, I just want to say, hey, shout out to the topics, man. I feel like we just went topic to topic to topic to topic to topic.
We did.
Listen, we're gonna make sure we keep coming back with these lists, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us. It's been a Free Gems podcast.
Free Gems, and we out of here. Thank you guys.
Gone.